Welcome, friend. Glad to see you again. So, this video reaches you because you are ready to truly and permanently evolve beyond the paradigm and the limiting belief system of I can't do it. And this video is going to directly result in the energy that has been bound up in that belief tangibly leaving your body, tangibly leaving your energetic body, as you clear it completely from all dimensions of your experience. The way that we'll achieve that is extremely simple. You'll say a few words out loud and you'll feel the result of the energy leaving. The commands that we offer in this video are Undefine, Disidentify, and Completely Forgive. And we'll share what all of that means in just a minute. But first, I want to introduce myself. My name is Gladius Sovereign. I created a breakthrough methodology called the Sovereign Mind Method. And this method gives you and the hundreds of creators and entrepreneurs that I've personally trained with a new magical superpower, the ability to dissolve limiting beliefs on command. Up until now, we've had to try affirmations, I'm good enough, I'm worthy, which really feels like a slap in the face every time that we do it, because underneath that desire to believe I'm good enough and worthy is a counter intention, is a limiting belief that is running in the opposite direction that says I'm not good enough and I'm not worthy. So we try to affirm the belief that we want on top of the belief system and all of its roots into our psychotecture, and it doesn't work. But we're not doing that today. We're not using legacy techniques. You don't need to meditate for 10,000 hours. You don't need to go to 10 years of therapy. You don't need to affirm 100,000 times. What I share with you takes one application, and then you're done, for real. The Sovereign Mind Method works on an entirely different paradigm, one of the core principles of which is this. You are the infinite creator of all experience in your reality, including your experience of watching this very video. And as the infinite creator, you've created thousands of beliefs. And you created them. You created the story, I can't do it. You created I'm not enough. You created I'm not capable. For some purpose, at some stage in your life story, it made sense to create that and believe it. It probably kept you safe or gave you a sense of identity. Over time, it probably started to feel familiar and comfortable. And maybe in a twisted, ironic sense, I can't do it in accordance with your subconscious inner children may actually be a source of motivation. Well, if I believe that I can't do it, then I'm the one who overcomes everything and I'm the one who persists in the face of adversity, so I'm gonna try. The good news is that we don't have to be bound by that idea. We don't have to be spellbound in a limitation program, indoctrinated from childhood. The traumatic events that we experienced as children used to define us, and they no longer have to. Because in the sovereign mind perspective, you have complete free will and command over every single one of your beliefs. We're going to give you a tangible experience of that right now. So, let's begin by describing what it is exactly that we mean when we say undefine and disidentify, and why does that matter? Well, look, every single one of your beliefs is just a series of identification with a string of definitions. I don't see my purple marker, so we'll use blue here. Just pretend that that blue correlates, okay? There's your identification. This limited ego mind identity, this separate self, this self-concept can't do it. Whatever the fuck it is. And the belief is spelled in such a way that it actually refers to whatever you've placed your attention on. So I can't do it comes up when you're taking a test. I can't do it comes up when you've got a new challenge in front of you. I can't do it comes up when it's time to pay taxes. I can't do it comes up all the fucking time. Because the belief is generically spelled so that it hooks into conceptually whatever it is that you're placing your attention on. Which is why this is such a damaging limiting belief, which is why we're letting it go today. So identification with a string of definitions. I, there's your identification, can't do it. There's your string of definitions. Now, you've created your definition of I can't do it through your experience. And your experience boils down to all of the thoughts that you've had of I can't do it, all of the images in your mind of times in your past when you've attempted to do something and then it seemed like I can't, based on the limited belief system masking your perception and distorting all of the information to conform with the belief. All of the thoughts, the images, and then the emotions and sensations of your physical body that are bound up in the word spell, I can't do it. And it's these thoughts, images, emotions, and sensations, these ties that bind all of that energy, which we call charge. It's a very strongly charged belief, I can't do it. So all of that energetic charge gets bound up, tied up in your definition. And when we say definition, again, we mean the experiential definition, not the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition. We're not talking about, just a string of words. What does can't mean? I don't know. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the thoughts, images, emotions, and sensations that you have bound up into your unique experiential definition, what it means to be and feel and experience. I can't do it. So, would you like to let that go? The real question is, search within inside of yourself. Is there any part of me that doesn't want to let go of the belief, I can't do it? This is the first true magic question of the Sovereign Mind Method, because consciously, logically, you may be totally ready to let this go, but really take a moment and ask yourself, is there any part of me that isn't ready to let this go for any reason? Now, 75% of you, you're here, you're watching this video, 75% of you are like, nah, dude, I want to let this go. Show me how to do it. Great, we're about to do that. 25% of you go, no, there's a part of me that doesn't want to let it go. And very, very predictably, it's going to be for one of 5 reasons why this part of you doesn't want to let go. It's under the illusion that this belief keeps you safe, creates a sense of identity, or it's all I've ever known, okay? It's familiar, it's comfortable, it gives you a sense of motivation, or it somehow, some way gets you love and affection, because if you're a victim who can't do anything, then people pay attention to you and love you. All 5 of these reasons are illusions. You can break free from them very quickly. I have a course I'm going to give you for free down in the first comment below. It's called the I Am Not Enough Delete button. And inside of that course, I'm going to guide you through the process of helping that part of you see through these illusions, these top 5 reasons why you would want to hold on to the belief subconsciously. I'm going to guide you through the process. It's going to be super swift and easy. Then you can come back to this video and actually use the commands of the Sovereign Mind 2.0 on this belief. For the rest of us, let's just begin. There's no part of you that wants to hold on to this belief. You're completely ready to let it go. And so letting it go is this easy. I invite you to say these words out loud. Just read them out loud, not in your mind, but actually speaking them out loud. I undefine all definitions of I can't do it. Once more. I undefine all definitions of I can't do it. So simple. How does that feel? I undefine all definitions of I can't do it. Here's my purple marker. Ta-da! So, what was that experience like for you? I imagine that you noticed a energy shift, charge releasing and leaving the body. That's what happens when you undefine your unique definition. You're saying, I dispel, I unbind, I release, I surrender back to God. All of the thoughts, images, emotions, and sensations, I just undefine it. I dissolve it completely out of reality. Great. Now that you have no definition of I can't do it, that's a meaningless concept. However, separate from the mechanism of definition is the mechanism of identification. So I've drawn a hand here This is the identification hand. You can imagine it as though you're grasping on to a concept and saying, I am that. I am the definition of unworthy. I am the definition of incapable. I am the definition of worthless piece of shit. And this is what we're doing subconsciously. We're grabbing a concept and we're identifying with it. And the moment that we identify with it, we go, I am this thing. I am. Now, the good news is that you have complete free will over your hand, right? What do you think happens if you just drop it? Guess what? You're free. This is why kids in America can identify as a toilet seat, and then 3 years later they go, oh, I guess I'm done identifying as a toilet seat. Oh, look, I'm not a toilet seat anymore. Ta-da! You can stop identifying with unworthy, loser, faggot, fuck up, piece of shit, whatever the thing is. And these are all beliefs that I had. That's why I have the right to say them. You can disidentify with it on command, instantaneously. So I invite you to experience this for yourself and say these words out loud. Not in your mind, out loud. I disidentify all identities of I can't do it. Once more, I disidentify all identities of I can't do it. Wow, that feels nice when you say, I disidentify all identities of I can't do it. It's like that subtle body of energy that surrounds your physical body of energy also releases the belief completely. That's essentially what's happening. Your identification happens at the subtle level of energy. The definition happens with the tightly bound emotions and sensations. And so now we're clearing it fully and completely out of all dimensions and aspects of your system. Now, there's an additional command, which I highly recommend, and I end every single one of my processes with it, which is forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean, well, you did something fucking terrible and I'm a better person than you, so I forgive you so that I can feel less bad about how shitty you are. That's not what forgiveness means. That's a slave's definition of forgiveness. A truer definition of forgiveness is I take all of the judgments and definitions that I have imposed upon your image, and I surrender all of my judgmental energies back up to God's source oneness. I allow God's source oneness to take all of that energy that was bound up in my judgments and completely surrender it back into love. That's a truer definition of forgiveness. Forgiveness is the mere acknowledgement that nothing bad ever happened in the first place. All of my judgments of you are illusions. They don't exist. And so, here's how we can tangibly use the magic of forgiveness in order to finally break free. I forgive myself completely for believing I can't do it. You fill in the blank with whatever belief you want to experience freedom from. So I invite you to repeat after me. I forgive myself completely for believing I can't do it. Feels good, doesn't it? I forgive myself completely for believing I can't do it. I forgive myself completely for believing I can't do it. Do you taste freedom? I do. When we combine undefining, disidentifying, and completely forgiving, there's no charge left on the belief. When you say the words out loud now, I can't do it, it's the exact same feeling in your body as saying, I'm a toaster bagel, I can't schmibble schmab, I'm a limmy llama lima bean. It means nothing, it makes no sense. It's not tied up in body sensations. If there is still any charge, the only question you need to ask yourself is this: what part of me wants to hold on to it? The only thing that can prevent your complete disillusion of limiting beliefs instantaneously, the only thing in the universe powerful enough to prevent that from happening, is you. Specifically, a subconscious aspect of your psyche that doesn't want to let it go. We welcome these parts with curiosity and compassion and help them feel safe to let go in the sovereign mind perspective. And again, if you want some help with that, I've got a course for you. It's free. It's called the I Am Not Enough Delete button. You can check it out in the first link in the comments. And you can share it with people that you love and care for, that you actually want to be free from that belief. So I really appreciate you for joining me in today's video. We'll be dissolving more beliefs on this YouTube channel all the time. I also run private and public, free and paid trainings on how to use the Sovereign Mind method to achieve specific results in your life, in your business, whether you're looking to increase your motivation and increase your revenue in business, or just experience more freedom and more peace in your day-to-day lived reality with fewer incessant negative self-defeating thoughts. The Sovereign Mind method can completely transform all aspects of your consciousness by giving you complete free will and command over what it is that you believe, helping you dissolve limiting beliefs faster than you ever imagined was possible. And I trust that today's experience was a tangible taste of that. And the right kind of person's gonna obviously want to do more. So thank you very much for joining me. Be blessed. Heaven, yes. See you next time.